Number one, 10 minutes a day of meditation. Mandatory. Look, you will not feel the effects on day one. You likely won't even feel the effects on day 5 or 10. But once you get into 2 weeks in, once you get into 3 weeks in, you'll notice, why am I so calm all of a sudden? Even with just 10 minutes a day. You ask yourself, why am I so calm? Why do I feel so calm? Why do I feel kind of at ease? Why does my mind feel quiet? Why do things that I used to get distracted by not really pull me in anymore? Things like TikTok, things like Instagram, things like mindless scrolling, things like porn, right? That's a big issue for especially men, porn, just blowing your load into nothing, like for no reason, right? Which is a big issue for men. Biologically, what that triggers to your body is that you have accomplished your mission, which is not what you want to be telling yourself when you got some big 2022 goals to hit. And then psychologically, what that does is it like no one's ever felt good about themselves, or at least I don't think, after watching porn, right? So what that does is also psychologically it causes shame. And then when you have shame, then you don't have respect for yourself. And when you don't have respect for yourself, it's very, very hard to walk around the world with that sort of, that's just kind of like pep in your step that you've got sometime where you're like, all right, I'm like a winner. Like I got this, there's a great book called The Winner Effect all on, that kind of pertains to this entire topic. So as I said, 10 minutes a day in meditation, that kind of helps mitigate against, even the craving for food, the craving for mindless scrolling, the craving for all this stuff that just entirely zaps your energy. And as I said, you would be shocked. You would think that how could just 10 minutes a day of meditation do that? Honestly, just try it. Okay. So 10 minutes a day meditation, that is a non-negotiable. If you want to do more, I highly encourage that you do more. Some of my spiritual friends and sort of some of my spiritual teachers in the past have taught me and have told me, man, if you don't think that you can do 10 minutes meditation a day, that means that you have to do 30 minutes a day, right? And basically what they're trying to insinuate there is, if you think you're too busy to do 10 minutes a day of meditation, that means that you're someone who has to be doing 30 minutes a day, right? Because it proves the point exactly. That's non-negotiable number one. Non-negotiable number two is exercise of at least 30 minutes a day. Now this can be in the gym, this can be a high intensity workout, this can be literally whatever you want, okay? And that means 7 days a week. Now you might train in the gym 4 days a week. You might, if you want to do whatever you want to do, like even skiing counts, right? Running counts, like jogging counts. And, on your days off, if you want to just go for a jog, that's fine. You can go for a jog. Swimming counts, right? The point is just exercise for 30 days. And preferably if you can get your heart rate up, at least 5 times a week, 4 or 5 times a week, even better. But yeah, meditation 10 minutes a day, exercise 30 minutes a day. Those are non-negotiables, okay? Those you cannot change about the protocol. And the third one is no alcohol or weed.